Survival House Network.
Hey guys, welcome to the show, BehindTheMask.com. This is Riverman.
What's up, man? This is Goose.
It's Corry G.
And we want to introduce the newest member to the Behind the Mask team, because we didn't get to do that last time. Corry G. It's great to have you, brother.
Hey, great to be here.
And it feels weird doing this because it already feels like he's been with us a while, but I guess this is the first official episode.
Yeah,
first weekend.
First official, man. It's been a lot of fun, and
so
Lush invites you to the team too. He's pretty excited about it too, and hopefully I'll be talking to him pretty soon. So
I'm not exactly in the same neck of the woods as you guys, but I trust that you've hazed him correctly. What with the sodomy and all, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Did you guys go to the same high school as me? Isn't that what you guys had done to you? Okay.
Oh God,
I did it to several people, but yeah, it's never been done to me.
Yeah, I was watching Hardcore Pawn the other day. I was thinking about you, Corey. I think it was yesterday.
That's all for everyone listening. All new, coming back, November 6th.
Oh, November 6th, because I was talking to my old lady. I was like, yeah, my buddy Corey, he thinks she's pretty hot. She's like, or Ashley Golden, she's like, you think she's hot too? I was like, shut up.
Thanks for the backup there.
Well, we keep pushing them enough. Maybe Ashley Gold or her old greaseball father will come on the show, man. That'd be awesome.
Dude. We should talk to Ashley Gold, dude. You should get a hold of her, man.
I've tried, but all she would have to do is listen to anything I've ever said, and that would be pretty much down the toilet.
You never know. She might like it in the toilet.
I'd take her there. I'd take her anywhere.
You know who I think is actually realistic, and I. You brought up, if anybody didn't listen to the last episode, you brought up that line about Topanga and your infatuation with her, and I think we could get Topanga. And you know what? I still laugh when I think about the quote, "I want to bang at Topanga," and I'm thinking about putting it on a T-shirt with your face on it. It should be your catchphrase. It should be you in a luchador mask and with the slogan, "I want to bang at Topanga." I think it'll be an internet sensation.
It could be.
It's got a ring to it, so we should try and hit up Topanga.
We already got.
I don't think she's doing much.
No.
Nah, man. She's probably just at home, watching all the kids she's birthed with those thunder thighs. Probably plenty of time.
She have kids?
Oh, I'm sure she does.
And she's got those birth-giving hips, man. I don't know. Maybe not.
I don't know. I just look at her. I don't know much about her.
She likes skinny wieners because she goes after Corey.
Well, see, I could just put on like a Brillo wig and say I'm the real Corey or something like that.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you both are Corys.
Damn right.
I'm not the skinny wiener Corey either.
Oh, man. Hey, speaking of skinny wieners, that kind of can launch our first little discussion of upcoming stuff we're excited about.
Yes.
Skinny wieners, heavyweights, coming out in Blu-ray. All rejoice.
Man, I was so excited once I saw that, dude. I posted it on the little thread thing we had going there, and we went back and forth for a while.
And I might be really way off base here, but this might be the first catalog live-action Disney movie out on Blu-ray, because they have not released any of their catalog live-action stuff like Mighty Ducks, Kid and King Arthur's Court, all those movies from the 90s. And I don't know.
Yeah.
No, they put out The Rocketeer. That's Disney.
Rocketeer.
Did they put out Rocketeer?
Rocketeer. Okay. Yes.
That's a recent one, I do believe.
Do you own that, Corey? Or?
Oh, yeah.
Does that look pretty sweet on Blu-ray?
It's very disappointing for a Disney title,
Is it
to be honest
really?
with you. Yes.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to talk about next, was because Disney, at least with the New Age Blu-ray era, them and Fox, to me, are hands down the best Blu-ray distributors, and I was wondering how those older films would resonate through, but you're saying Rocketeer doesn't look that good, so I am skeptical. But
I was telling Goose I'm pretty excited about Dick Tracy's coming out, too. I love Dick Tracy.
The only thing I liked about that were Madonna's outfits.
Oh, you don't like Blank Man, dude?
I did. Blank Man with Damon Wayans I liked.
Or whatever his name was.
David Wayne, like J5.
The Blank. Sorry, it's The Blank.
I hated Dick Tracy.
Really, dude?
I didn't like anything about it.
Oh, I was begging my mom for one of those watches, dude. Kids watch, dude. I wanted one of those so bad. Talk back to me.
But you're talking to a guy that liked the Phantom movie, so, you know.
That was insane. Oh. I have a child.
She's all I have. He was good in that, though.
Oh.
Yeah, he played a sleazeball, like, to the T, but...
Who?
Billy Zane in Titanic.
Oh, I thought you said he was a sleazeball in the Phantom. I was like, he was the good guy.
Oh, he was the good guy. He was justifying his role in Titanic, at least, and I'm like, yeah, I guess.
Oh, he was believable. I would have done the same thing.
Yeah.
Grab your child and be like, oh,
fuck yeah.
She's all I have. Get me off this boat.
I hated that movie.
Really? Dude, I love that. It's one of my favorite films.
Oh, I hate it. I like Leonardo DiCaprio quite a bit, though, but I hated that movie.
So do I. And you know what? I think it's funny you hate that movie.
Titanic, dude?
Mm-hmm.
Goose, you hated too?
No, I don't. I love Titanic.
Okay. I was going to say, I was like, didn't you buy it, or...
I like Titanic. Of course, it's one of those movies that I really don't feel like I ever need to watch again, but, you know, I've seen it a million times.
You know what's better is the Poseidon remake with Kurt Russell.
I never seen that.
I'm going to tell you why. You seen the original Poseidon Adventure?
No.
3 hours long, just like Titanic. 2 hours and 30 minutes in, the boat starts to sink. Kurt Russell, shit, that thing's going down in the first 15 minutes.
Well, yeah, I mean, you don't seem like so much of a slow burn type of guy. You know, I was reading, and I think it's funny you don't like Titanic and stuff like that because you can tell your taste a little bit when you read some of your reviews, which are really great. I did read your Right review that was recently posted. I saw an old review from another source where you reviewed The Exorcist, and these are movies that you just gave flat out zeros.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
and I'm like, now The Right, I can't so much vouch for that. The Exorcist, I don't think that deserves a zero, but the interview's at least the review's very thorough, and you justify your zero. I'm just like,
You're
wow.
right. You're right. It doesn't deserve a zero, but unfortunately I can't go into the negatives because it would fuck up my grading system.
It's like, I mean, I think just for the fact that a movie like that was revolutionary and it did. I mean, even if it was slow as all get out, I mean, just for what it did, it deserves not a.
So masturbating with a crucifix at least gets 1 star, right?
Yeah. You know, as far as The Right, I don't know if that was a bad review for The Right or a good review for the Bret Hart autobiography.
I love that especially that ending. It cracked with the Bret Hart fetch. It cracked me up.
It's a good book.
Yeah, I bet it is. And you know, whenever I think of Bret Hart, I can't help but think of The Simpsons where he guest starred. Ugh, smells like old man stink. When he moved into Mr. Burns' mansion.
Unfortunately, you know, a talented wrestler, a good book, and a real asshole in real life.
That wouldn't surprise me. You met him?
Yeah. I've met quite a few of them, actually. He was probably my least favorite of the bunch.
Did you meet Hacksaw Jim Duggan when he was here a month ago or so?
No, I didn't go to that.
Yeah, Lush took his little boy to that. He said it's pretty cool.
The Macho Man Randy Savage made me cry when I was a little kid.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I waited outside for him when they all left, you know, when they used to come to the old Civic Auditorium.
Yeah.
I had made the big sign, and we stood out there waiting for him forever with my uncle, and I was like, Macho Man Randy Savage, I've been waiting for you to sign this for me. He went, I don't got no time for you, kid. So after that, I was always hoping somebody would kill him in the ring.
Well, a tree did that favor for you.
It did, but he had started doing Slim Jim, so I forgave him. So I was sad when he died.
Is that really what he said verbatim? I don't time for you.
Yeah.
Did he say, "Ooh yeah" at the end of it?
No, I think that he had talked like that for so long that his vocal cords actually started to sound like that.
Huh.
Like Jake the Snake, he actually talks in a whisper like that because I guess he has his throat fucked up or something once.
Oh, I used to love Brutus the Barber.
Dude, we should get
Cake, dude. And Ravishing Rick Rude.
Yeah, I was sad when he died.
He died?
Rick Rude? Oh, yeah.
What, steroids, dude?
Heart attack, but yeah, they found roids and shit there.
Huh.
You know who I like? We should hit the wrestling demographic. I mean, that's a really, really popular demographic. No, I'm not serious about it like I was when I was a little kid, but we should get – I want to reach down in my youth, and I want to pull out some old-fashioned scumbag Scott Hall, Razor Ramon. I want him on the show, man.
Oh, I could get him on the show. I just need somebody to give me a bag of ditchweed or something. I'm sure I can.
Oh, he's dead, isn't he?
No, he's alive. He's just a fucked up drug addict.
Dude, they're dropping like flies, man, and they all have and I wonder where that's stemming from. You got the Chris Benoits, and you got Razor Ramones, and you got whoever else just all messed up. And I don't know if you can blame Vince McMahon and all his stuff he put them through. I don't know, man, but Chris Benoit, we need to have a WWE episode. There's so much.
I did a wrestling show on my old podcast, and it went like 3 hours long, and I don't think we touched on anything other than ECW. I mean, it's so rich and thick. I mean, you could do a 24-hour show on that stuff. Well,
I think it should be our mission, and if you guys have any insight on this, listening, we should get a couple of classic wrestlers on the show. I think I'm surprised Nate didn't as much of a publicity whore as he can be. I'm surprised he wasn't trying to get Hacksaw on the show. The way he networks. So
there's a couple I'm pretty confident that I could get.
Oh yeah, well we should definitely.
They'd be from ECW. I don't know if you guys were into that.
ECW, I watched some of it.
I'm not too familiar with it, but you know what? I'd be happy to talk to any of those guys. So look out on the horizons for that.
I want to talk to Eddie Guerrero from the grave.
His wife is looking good.
Really?
And is it too soon? It's not too soon to move in on her. He's been gone a while.
She's only good from the neck down, but she's looking pretty good. I bet we could get China. I know her rates. Actually, for I think it's some odd money. She's an escort now.
Really? And she was in Playboy. That's so sad, dude.
That's nasty, too.
No, she's hot.
You've seen her porno, haven't you?
Oh, God, yes. Multiple times. At multiple angles.
Oh. That is sick, dude.
No, she's hot. I've seen Screech's porno, too.
I want to see that, dude. Doesn't he have like a small dong, dude, with 2 chicks on him or something?
Screech? Mm-hmm. Screech is packing damn near a foot.
Really?
Screech got a huge cock. If Saved by the Bell was realistic, Slater be carrying his books and shit. He would have been banging all them chicks.
Oh, man.
And Dirk Diggler over there.
Now, is that the same one where he did the Dirty Sanchez, or was that a totally different?
Yeah, no. To my knowledge, he's only done the one. It's just called Screech.
Screech.
He has a line of sex toys and vibrators and shit.
Huh. That's like an artistic statement, just calling your movie Screech.
Did he get his house back, dude, from getting foreclosed?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I remember that. And he was selling his T-shirts, Save My House, and just
autographs and shit. Yeah.
I think you wanted to buy one at the time, but
yeah, I probably didn't have the bread for that.
If it was Urkel, I'd help out, but Screech is kind of a dirtball.
I think Urkel actually has a shit ton of money. I think his parents didn't fuck him over, and I think he invested it. So I think Urkel's never had to do anything other than be Urkel.
Well, he's on that show, dude. He's on that new show, with Black Hole or whatever, on Sci-Fi.
That's a great show.
Yeah, me and my old lady watch that all the time. It's funny, dude.
But, you could tell from Jaleel White that just from his actions, he seems like a real clean-cut guy that's always had his head on his shoulders, man. So I'm pretty sure that that is cascaded in every area of his life, even finances. I'm pretty sure he's, his family's pretty wise to that cash. And, not to mention, he was an adult most of the time playing Urkel. He was about the appropriate age to play that character for, the first year or two. Then it's like, all right, you're like a grown freaking man now.
I got a question for you guys. If you can join any sitcom family, who would it be? And mine would be Roseanne. I think it relates most to me, but go ahead.
I don't want to join Roseanne because it does relate a lot to me personally. I've lived parts of Roseanne, so it's the most realistic sitcom there ever was. So that's okay. I'm not going to say Family Matters because we just got done talking about it, but Family Matters will be a blast. I'm going to say The Cosby Show, man. I want to get stopped by Bill Cosby when I'm trying to go out, to a party, and I want him to sit there and stop me for about 15 minutes, telling me a life lesson and being all funny like he was. I like him.
Surprised you didn't say Full House, dude.
Oh, I forgot about Full House. Full House. As much as I love Full House, dude, I might want to blow my brains out after about a solid week of cue the music. Danny Tanner just giving you a hug and not punishing you. I'm used to getting my ass beat. Danny Tanner, he sits you down and he tells you how disappointed he is. And then he doesn't even let you sulk in that disappointment and feel bad and the shame for very long before he's like, but it's only because I love you so much. He doesn't even let them suffer in that angle. I mean, he should have tore their asses up. So I don't know. I would be on Full House if I could be Danny Tanner for a week. DJ wouldn't have been dating no Viper scumbags like that.
Oh God, would I be like part of their family or just living with them?
I guess the question was just living with them.
Be living with Joey in the basement.
Oh, and living with them? I'd be living with Al Bundy. I'd be banging Peg and Kelly.
That's true.
Peg always wanted sex. I'd be more than happy to give it to her. She was hotter than Kelly.
That is a good show.
She's not a bad-looking broad like in real life, especially for an old chick now.
Look at her in Sons of Anarchy. She's got a dynamite body for a 60-year-old lady.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I agree.
That's also the greatest show in television history. So,
what's that, Married with Children?
Oh yeah,
I agree. I agree. I'm with you on that. I watched that at 4 a.m.
You can buy the complete series on DVD for like $40 now. It's really cheap.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think like last Black Friday they had the entire series box set for like something ridiculous, like $15, $10.
Well, I would if I was on a Blu-ray snob. So
I don't know. When it comes down to like that, if I saw the entire like box set series of the entire show for $10 on DVD, I'd buy it.
I won't even watch my Quantum Leap DVDs anymore.
I paid $250 for Smallville.
Holy shit!
Well, 12 years. I mean, it's a giant ass box.
Yeah.
I got the Shield I picked up though for like $70 on sale. That comes in like a great big book.
Well, something like that's kind of cool if it's actually packaged right.
Yeah, well, if I remember correctly, like the Married with Children is an actual legit box set. Like it's not just, it actually looks cool. It's kind of like if I saw that Nightmare on Elm Street box set that you have, Corey, for $10, the old DVD one. I would buy that for $10.
Well, if it's something to display, then I would definitely buy it.
It's cool collectors. And I want to go back to that question real quick, and I want to give you a better answer because it was kind of unclear. Now, is it like, do we want to jump in on one of these television series during a particular season, or is it like real time? Because if I could shack up with Stephanie Tanner now, like at the age she is now, I might say Full House.
Well, no, just saying you're a part of the family, not saying you're banging your siblings.
Oh, I'm a sibling? Why can't I be like Cody, the cousin?
You could, dude. I mean, there's a step-by-step. There you go. Then you can bang all your stepbrothers and sisters.
You can get away with cousin loving.
There you go.
But yeah, man, I want Step by Step to be on the air again, man. It hasn't been on syndication.
It is. No, it's on ABC Family. I think shows it at like really, really early in the morning.
They never came out with DVDs of that, did they? Step by Step.
Mm-hmm. Not to my knowledge.
No.
And I'm looking on Amazon. That Nightmare on Elm Street box set I got. Nobody's got it for sale up there.
Huh.
The which one?
The box set that I have.
No. Well,
you turn a profit on that, but
I doubt it.
I think we need to get into whatever viewer questions we had, and then we'll roll into the top.
I thought we were going to watch what we watched recently and talk about what we watched recently.
Oh, well, yeah, I kind of forgot. What did you watch recently?
Last night I checked out the Dead Zone, which with Christopher Walken, but it was decent. I wasn't a huge fan of it, but
hadn't you ever seen it before?
No, I'd never seen it. First time I saw it.
But it had a lot more punch when I saw it when I was a kid.
You know what? It's just kind of, I don't know, there's 3 different movies all thrown into one. I mean, you really didn't get to know the characters, some of the, secondary characters very well, so. Which I didn't like. I saw that one. I've been watching Ultimate Fighter, which sucks. I've been watching Comic Book Men, which I really like. And some people shit on that, saying it's too staged and fake and everything. But it's a really enjoyable show. I watched it after Walking Dead. So that and American Horror Story, which is great. This is the first season I've actually seen. I haven't seen the first season.
Oh, this season is way better.
This season is, I mean, I've seen 2 episodes of this show and it's fucking great. So
yeah, I'm 2 seasons. I got both episodes under my belt too, but I like it a lot. It's the first season was really whacked out, so it's tough for me to say this one's even more whacked out, but this one seems even more whacked out. Well, I'll put it this way. This one is a lot more whacked out 2 episodes in than the first one was in. The first one was 2 episodes in.
Okay.
And I like the first one. I like the first one a lot. I mean, it's just like a, ghost story soap opera. But
does Dylan McDermott, does he have in his contract everything he's in? He's got to give you a nice butt shot. Because everything I see him in, usually in the first or second episode, I got to look at his ass for some reason.
It's like Van Damme, dude. I think he has luncheons with him, dude. And they come to these agreements together. But, I don't know, man, but that's a great show. And you mentioned Walking Dead, which I want to tell everybody. I haven't watched it yet. Yeah, we're not. I know I haven't either. That's why I want to tell everybody we're not ignoring it. So I think the next episode, I think we want to record in a couple days. I mean, if you guys are able to, we'll talk about it then, or whenever we get caught up here, and then we'll get everybody caught up. Yeah. And like you were said, Corey was afraid a second ago, but yeah, spoilers. If you don't watch Walking Dead the moment it comes out, you got to pretty much stay off the internet.
Yeah, which pisses me off, but especially Facebook.
Yeah, don't even go on Facebook. And, you guys are probably thinking, oh, look at these guys. They're not even keeping up on Walking Dead.
I am. I got 300 my bill.
I can't watch it the day right now. My days are all messed up. I can't watch it the day it comes out. I'm kind of I'm watching every new episode the following Saturday. That's just the way I have to do right now. But
you watch it on what, Wednesdays, Corey, or Thursdays?
Walking Dead, I try to watch it the 9 o'clock one, but I was doing another show, so I missed it. And then yesterday, I don't remember what my wife and I were doing. We were watching something else.
90210?
No, we were doing an interview last night, so I didn't.
That's right. I forgot about that.
And then tonight I'm doing this, so maybe tomorrow. But she's got to watch one of my new purchases first. So
yeah, my old lady was pissed off at 90210 last night. It wasn't new because of the hurricane. She's like, "What the hell? I thought this was a new one." It's like, "Oh no, dude, the hurricane is not new." No. I was like, they canceled the show just because of the hurricane.
Have a heart. We didn't talk about I will say that, I mean, everybody's talked about the second episode. I will say that the second episode of Walking Dead was completely killer, and I think they even topped the first episode. It's on this momentum. I can't explain. It's just on the incline. I can't believe, just by a few episodes in, the contrast from this season from last season, and it's just astounding.
Rick is so fucking hot. I wish he eye-fucks that camera.
He does. His looks are for real, man.
I wish you guys saw this episode, because I really want to talk about certain things of it, because I just think it makes it more. They can do so much more with this season than they could for the past 2 seasons. Let's just say that.
Well, I read the comics. I can tell you what'll happen probably in the next couple seasons if you want.
Nah, that's all right.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil anything. I just want to say that. I mean, there's so much they can do with it right now. I don't know how many episodes they usually have in a season, like 12, or did they do half seasons, or I can't remember last.
I think last season like 2 half seasons.
That's
they take
stupid.
Like a 3-month break.
I hope they don't do that shit again.
Now, I'm the leader of Team Herschel.
Yeah, we'll see what happens to Herschel.
And now see, Team T-Dog, they better be in trouble. Because the minute Michonne takes off her hood and T-Dog sees her and he sees that she's a black woman, he's going to know he's expendable and his ass is going to be right out of there.
Okay, this is one thing I can talk about. There's a lot of people pissed off with... well, I'm not going to spoil anything. But,
don't spoil anything for me.
Okay, no, I'm just going to say there's a lot of people pissed off with how the governor looks. Let's just say that. He's not the same as the comic book character. Let's just say that. And there's a lot of people bitching about that on Facebook right now.
It's a goddamn cart. People are nerds. I'm sorry. I would have to incorporate it, and I thought they would, was when you bring back Michael Rooker, bring him back as the governor, because he was already an established character. I was positive that's what they were going to do, but I was wrong.
And you'll find out what happens with. I won't talk about that, but that whole governor thing is. I don't know. People are bitching about that, and it's like, who gives a fuck? I mean, I think this guy will work fine. I mean, I haven't read the comic books, but I think he's great. So I don't know. Whatever.
Well, fantastic. Well, no, it's cool. I'm glad we had to talk a little about Walking Dead. I'm frankly still on a high from the second episode, and I plan on being caught up from here on out. Saturday, I will watch episode 3, and hopefully Sunday I'll be right back on track. What have I watched? I don't know if I've watched anything new. I think last night when you were watching, or maybe it was the night before when you were watching blah. I keep wanting to say The Prophecy, but you did not watch The Prophecy. You watched the other one. Throw it out there. What'd you watch? Not The Prophecy.
Me?
Dead Zone.
Yeah.
Dead Zone. I kept wanting to say Prophecy. 1 through 50 million. But I was watching Batman Returns, which I've seen a bajillion times, and they both star Christopher Walken. And I was telling River that, this is a movie I really don't consider when I think of the holiday season, but it's a total Christmas-themed movie, and I would love to talk about Batman Returns and dissect it, once Thanksgiving, once Halloween passes, actually. I think it's a great film, and Christopher Walken, very underrated villain. Even if he was written for the movie, he's awesome. He almost steals the show, I think. So
that's the worst Batman movie ever made.
You're crazy. You're nuts. Okay, are we even considering the George Clooney Batmans, the Val Kilmer Batmans, and any of that?
Oh, Val Kilmer's badass. I put him right.
He was a great Bruce Wayne. Excellent Bruce Wayne, but the movie was utter shite.
Clooney was a good Bruce Wayne.
I disagree. I have to disagree.
There's a ton of feedback coming through my mic.
I hear some fuzz.
Okay, sorry.
We'll have to edit that little part out. But no, I think Clooney was not a good Batman, and I think River and I have had this talk on the podcast before about the different Batman, so we won't get really into that again. But I think Val Kilmer was a great Bruce Wayne. I just thought the movie was wacky, but God bless him. That was Batman through a Joel Schumacher filter, whatever. Kind of like I respect the Batmans through that Tim Burton filter, which everybody rips on, but I don't see it as. Dude, I think it's incredible, and I think Batman Returns is the best one. It's my favorite one. I even like it a little better than the first one. So, and yeah,
Michael's not a good Batman.
I'm not looking at it like that. I think he's a great Batman for that movie. I don't see it as here's Batman from the comic books. I see this is Tim Burton's Batman. It's kind of going back to some people are nerds. I respect it as being Tim Burton's vision of Batman. Like, he did not go off the comic books. He admits that 100%. It was his own thing, and I think that's cool. So I like it.
None of them, even Christian Bale, who I think does the best job, don't get me wrong, none of them hold a candle to Adam West.
God, well,
they're wearing, like he said on The Simpsons, they're wearing that molded rubber. That was pure West, baby, on the show.
He's patting the belly. This is pure West.
You guys ever seen Back to the Batcave?
No.
Unfortunately, it fell out of print. I do have a couple of them. It stars Adam West and Burt Ward as Adam West and Burt Ward now. And Frank Gorshin steals the Batmobile from a car show, and they have to go find it.
That sounds... I don't know what to say about that.
It's absolutely hilarious. It is a 5-star reviewed film.
Your rating scale is totally...
No, not me. I'm saying Google it or look it up. The ratings were through the roof because it's so funny it can't be. I give it a 4, not a 5.
I was fixing to say Exorcist 0, Back to the Batcave 5. Like, all right, I'm done with this. But it's funny. No, but I would definitely watch it. I think Adam West is really funny. I haven't seen Burt Ward in anything, so I can't tell you if I think he's funny or not. But he was the gayest Robin of all time. No one can deny that.
I thought Joseph Gordon-Levitt was the gayest Robin of all time.
No, dude. Look at the tights on Burt Ward. That outfit was ridiculous, man. And they clearly had something going on, man. They were wearing they weren't just wearing legit Batman and Robin costumes. They were wearing costumes you buy at some kinky sex shop.
No, read the comic books. They were legit.
I know. You look at it from the day back then, it looked all right. But if you were to put those guys, if you were to watch those guys walk down the street together, modern day, it looks like they're going to some kinky Halloween party.
Well, read the origin. Think about it. You've got a millionaire playboy that adopts a young boy and keeps him in a cave and dresses him up in a costume. I mean, you could make that a lot of things.
You're right. And I totally understand why almost all directors involved wanted to keep Robin out of their movies.
I don't know. Chris O'Donnell's is pretty good, man.
Yeah, he did good. Alicia Silverstone stunk, but
she's awful. No, I think Chris O'Donnell made a good Dick Grayson, but like I said, I don't know. I would rather watch a standalone Robin movie or a Nightwing deal than the whole Batman and Robin thing. It's just a bunch of cheesy origin story that doesn't really work for me in a movie. But
that's cool. What else?
That's all I have about that. I haven't watched anything else, man. I've been watching old stuff. I haven't watched anything new. What about you, Corey?
I bought 6 Bullets today, the new Van Damme movie, but I haven't watched it yet. But it sounds promising. Someone takes, I say that in quotation marks, a girl from a guy, human trafficking overseas, so they have to get Van Damme to get her back.
Yeah, dude, I want to check that out.
What else? Magic Mike I did watch. I do like that. I watched a bunch of Fairly Odd Parents because I have a 3-year-old, and I am in love with that cartoon. I watched, of course, I'm a big fan of the new show Arrow. Anyone that has not watched that show yet, you are seriously missing one of the best things ever on television.
What channel is that on?
The CW, so channel 11. And then I watched The Vampire Diaries, American Horror Story. Caught up on that. I have not caught up yet on Supernatural. I'm one behind. Movie-wise, next week is the big movie I'm waiting for, Maximum Conviction, starring Stone Cold Steve Austin and Steven Seagal.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I will even watch that. You know what? It looks rather intriguing. I like Stone Cold.
I do too, dude.
I wonder, I don't know if it'll be streaming instantly or one of those things, or if I can find it Redbox. God knows I'm not going to go out and pay for it. Buy the whole thing.
I got my Blu-ray pre-ordered, and also next week They Live, a Blu-ray from Scream Factory.
Yeah, that looks pretty sweet, actually.
Yeah, very, very cool. Yeah, I'm dying to know what 6 Bullets is about. I don't know why I haven't. You know what? I just kind of forgot about it. I meant to watch. I'm going to watch it this weekend. Actually, I will watch 6 Bullets this weekend. I will obtain it, and I would love to chat about that one if you get it watched.
My wife likes those movies too, so we'll probably watch that. We're actually both leaving work early tomorrow to get things ready for Halloween, but we got so much already ready, we'll just probably be able to watch a movie before we pick up our son.
What do you got going for Halloween? You taking the kid out or what?
Yeah, well, we'll take him out because he's only 3. We'll take him out around our neighborhood, which people around here are cheap. They don't really pass out much stuff, and then he likes to pass out candy.
Oh, that's cool.
We'll all wear our costumes and everything.
Shit, I'd love to have a house, dude. I'd love to do that. Too bad I live in an apartment.
On the bright side, you didn't have to rake leaves for 3 hours getting ready to put up your decorations.
Yeah, that's true.
Or rip all the cartilage in your chest hanging up lights.
Oh, Christmas lights or Halloween lights?
Halloween lights.
Oh, okay.
I just got to survive the season, man. You know, back in the day, I was an avid candy hunter. Like, as soon as the next day hit, go to the grocery store, Walmart, wherever, early the next morning and get all the discount candy before all that's left is a bunch of Smarties and blow pops. And I don't eat candy anymore. I haven't had candy in I don't eat that stuff anymore. It's been 2 years. And it gets hard, man, especially this time of year. So I will just buckle down and I'll be just in my house watching movies. I won't even exit the house. I don't want to seek for candy. I don't want to go into a store on Halloween and look at candy.
Oh, I just eat a bag of fucking candy corn, dude.
Oh, fuck yeah.
That's my favorite.
Well, and then I got a big actual movie theater popcorn machine.
Me too.
When I called a bunch of theaters and found out what to put in there to make it taste like theater popcorn, I eat like gallons of that shit every day.
Or is it the Orville Redenbacher's butter or what?
Oh, you gotta buy what you buy. You gotta use coconut oil.
Okay.
To cook it in. That'll turn it yellow. And the flavor, you can buy it on Amazon. It's called Flavacol.
Okay.
That's what gives it that weird buttery-like taste.
Flavacol?
Yes, and it's like $3 for a tub of shit that you'll never run out of.
Sweet. Yeah, we have a small popcorn machine I bought her for her birthday or something. But yeah, we use that thing all the time. I love it, man.
You can get the coconut oil with high V.
Okay.
And order the Flavicol.
So bad.
Just like it.
Oh, shut up, Aaron. You were eating that shit when you were at my place.
Oh, yeah, I did, dude. But no, I would never.
You're gorging yourself on it, man.
Yeah, I did. I had fun watching movies. But I would never want to have one of those in my house with that stuff. Because I'm, like you said, you would be just tempted to eat gallons of it every day. Movie popcorn is proven to be absolutely horrid for you. It's just awful.
Oh shit! But I've got if you look on my Facebook, there's pictures. I've got a Coca-Cola machine down there. I've got a hot dog machine. I've got a snow cone machine.
You got a churro machine, dude?
A what?
Churro?
No.
I love churros, dude.
Yeah, churros. I see.
We're gonna get an icy machine next.
What about a cotton candy machine?
That's thinking about it, but the crap that you have to buy to make this stuff, you're better off. It's not very economical, to say the least.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's a fun house, man. You gotta go watch movies at his place. Sounds like he's got the perfect get-up for it.
Yeah, our whole basement's done like a movie theater.
Oh, really?
And when the TV, because I still have one of the old school big 80-inch projection TVs, so it's only a 720. It's one of the bigger ones. When it goes out, we're gonna actually then get a projector for down there.
Yeah, that'd be freaking sweet, man.
Because my wife's a movie junkie too.
I wanted to say one last thing to close off this segment before we go into some user questions. But I wanted to say, River actually pointed this out to me. Any of you guys looking to capitalize on some horror titles? Best Buy has a few of them out for on sale for only $5 now. And they've been relatively cheap throughout the season, like $8. But right now, and I'm just going to assume only through this week, $5. It was like what? Child's Play, Return of the Living Dead. Gosh, there was a couple more. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I'm going to go ahead and pick up at least those 3 for myself.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. There's a bunch of those. Hills Have Eyes remake 1 and 2.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, I heard bad things from you, River, so I might hold on.
That's a funny movie. It's worth $5.
No,
more than that.
I bought it for I think $7, $8. So
yeah, but
it drove me nuts how it didn't have a title screen though.
I hate Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh, you hate the first one or the second one?
Yes, the first one is boring as shit. I like the remake better.
Well, I didn't hate the remake, but I don't understand how you like the second one though? The original second one?
Oh, I like the second one better than the first one.
Oh, yeah.
I appreciate the first one. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate what it, in terms of how it came out and how it broke ground and everything. Listening to a girl scream for 45 minutes just doesn't do it for me. Because that last 40 minutes is just a chick screaming and running in circles.
I don't know, dude. It's pretty twisted. That dinner table scene is probably the most epic scene in horror films. But that's just my opinion. But, yeah, I'll check out that Best Buy. I was thinking about picking up The Dead on Blu-ray. I think it's only $8, $7.99.
What was that? What title was that?
The Dead, the new film that came out, I think last year. I checked it out. I really liked it.
Mm-hmm. I've heard good things. I wanted to ask you. I have yet to acquire Return of the Living Dead on Blu-ray. Is that you own it? Is it a good? What's the quality of that?
Not great. Probably 3, 2.5 out of 5, 3 out of 5, but
it's still worth $5.
It's worth $5. Yeah, most definitely.
They have the Blu-ray for $5.
Yeah.
Yeah, Best Buy. That's what I'm saying. Wake up!
I didn't know it was a Blu-ray.
Yeah, these are all Blu-rays for $5.
Best Buy right now. Child's Play $5.
Misery's $5.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Like we said,
that's supposed to be a real good one, actually.
Which one?
The Killer Clowns. I've heard good things about that one.
So I'm probably going to place an order tonight, actually, before I hit the hay.
I might run in there tomorrow just to see what it is. I mean, what they have, but I still want that Nightmare box set, but I can't fork out the $44, man. Wish I could.
November is a big month for Blu-rays. You got Expendables 2, you got Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So there's Dark Knight is December.
Come on, man. Muppet Christmas Carol. Muppet Christmas Carol.
I already have that. I don't need to upgrade.
Oh, I have to upgrade. Oh, I had the VHS a long time ago, and I've actually never owned the DVD, but I'm glad I don't own the DVD because they took out my favorite scene of the whole movie, and I actually have yet to get confirmation that they put it back into the Blu-ray, and I'll be pissed if they didn't. They took out the song, It Was Almost Love, because it was just too kind of sad and morbid and dark and depressing, and it kind of took the movie off of its path and took it, brought an inconsistency about it, but it was the most powerful scene, and it showed me that, wow, Michael Caine is Oscar caliber even when working with Muppets. He can bring the tears, and he makes you want to cry.
The Great Muppet Caper is the best caper movie ever made. The Italian Job, The Bank Job, they don't hold a candle on the Great Muppet Caper, which is actually one of my favorite films.
Do you have all the Muppet movies, or?
I don't have. There's one I don't have.
Do you have the John Denver one?
Yeah, the very first one, the Muppet movie. I have the Muppet movie, The Great Muppet Caper.
Where he sings with John Denver?
No, that was on a TV show, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I don't have any of the TV seasons.
Oh, yeah, I want that so bad. It's out of print, though.
No, they put them all back out when the new movie came. You can pick them up pretty. Amazon has them for like $20 or something. They're not very expensive.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. The new movie was actually really good.
You know what? The new movie I was so excited about, and I know everybody else loved it. Everybody loved it, and I was really disappointed in it. And I was so excited to go see it. It was less of a Muppet movie, and it was more of a Muppet Show movie, more of a musical. And I like songs. I like stuff with numbers in it. But this is more show tune, song, and dance. And
see, my complaint was it had too many song numbers. I'm not the biggest musical guy.
Yeah, and I agree with you.
I don't know. I love Jason Segel. I really enjoyed it.
So do I. That's why I thought it'd be great. I like Amy Adams. Everybody in it was good. But I don't know. And it had its moments, that I thought were funny, but they just weren't consistent enough with how many, like you said, musical song and dance numbers there were. I mean, so it was a disappointment, and I was really looking forward to it. And I don't own it, and I don't plan on buying it, so that's a shame. But
my son loves Muppets Take Manhattan. It's his favorite.
Yeah, that's good. All the old Muppets are good. They're all good. I even like Muppets from Space.
Mm-hmm. So do I. That has Hulk Hogan in it.
I know. I was going to say, I'm sorry, I'm a bad guy now. That part cracks me up. NWO, dude.
I'm telling you, he's going to make all his money back. I'm getting it. I'm trying to get it funded on Indiglo. Phantasm remake.
We pitch your idea for a Phantasm remake starring Hulk Hogan and Justin Bieber. It'll happen eventually. So we'll keep grinding away at that. But we got to get into the questions, man. I want to say real quick, I forgot one movie. I did acquire Shaun of the Dead for the Halloween season on Blu-ray because I've yet to have it on Blu-ray. A little disappointed. It looks okay. Doesn't look fantastic, though. I was a little let down. That's all I'm going to say about that. Let's get into the questions.
Let's roll into a break and get into the questions here. We'll be right back, so stay tuned, guys.
Look out. Get down. The Dark Town Strutters are riding to town. Super Sisters on cycles. After they arrive, ain't a bad man left alive. They're fast as a jet.
If you've ever considered stepping behind the beaded curtain at a sleazy video store, if you've ever watched something so vile that you had to lock the door behind you, if you currently have a VCR still connected to your home theater, then get yourself over to Exploited Cinema at exploitedcinema.blogspot.com. Bat32 and J-Dog always keep it greasy, and remember, to keep telling yourself
It's only a podcast.
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 Hey guys, we're back. Ready to get into the questions. So
No. I said it last time. I'm going to say it again this time. But anyway, I don't even have the questions. So Corey, I think you got the questions.
I got him.
You have them up?
Yeah, our first question this week is from T-Shirt Joe, owner of Fast Custom Shirts. He makes custom shirts fast. FastCustomShirts.com. Excellent selection. This question is actually a running joke, but I'll read it first for you guys. What are your thoughts on the Chuck Norris film Silent Rage?
I have no opinion. What's your opinion on Silent Rage? You probably own 5 copies of it, Corey. You hate Chuck Norris.
Yeah, that's why I said it's a running joke. He requested it on my old show that someone review it. I reviewed it. I hated it. So week after week, he would send me questions asking what other people thought of Silent Rage or how they would recast it. So this could become a running bit. Joe, I still don't like Silent Rage. I'm sorry.
I've never seen Silent Rage.
Really?
Uh-uh.
It's Chuck Norris versus Michael Myers.
I don't like Chuck Norris.
Yeah.
Michael Myers, really?
Well, it's like an unstoppable killer. He got doped up, and he just keeps coming at you like Michael Myers.
Oh, that sounds pretty good then.
It's on paper. It sounds great. Chuck Norris can fuck anything up.
See, I can't really get on Chuck Norris. I mean, this show I thought sucked, and I really don't like his movies. So
the best thing about his show was that it gave Conan the skit of the Walker, Texas Lever Ranger, or the Ranger Lever. Do you guys ever watch Conan's old show?
Mm-mm.
Haven't seen it in a while.
It was brilliant. He had discussed how NBC had acquired the USA Network, and because they acquired the USA Network, they acquired a Walker Texas Ranger or something. I don't know what it was, some big thing. He's like, anyway, so now we can show as many clips as we want. And he introduced the Walker Texas Ranger lever, and he would just have it on his desk. He had it on there the whole season, and just out of nowhere during the show, it could be guest or anywhere, he would just all of a sudden hit it, and then it would show the craziest, stupidest clip from the show, and it was always really, really funny. But best part about it, in my opinion. So
sorry, Joe, I like you, but I don't think you're going to get a lot of Silent Rage fans here. Todd, if you've never seen it, I actually have 2 copies of it. You're more than welcome to have one and watch it.
Cool. I'm down. If I can stay awake for it, but yeah, that's fine.
What's number 2?
Number 2 comes from Dale Roy. He's got a lot of questions. First, how are things coming with the movie Lush is working on?
Well, basically, it's funny because Dale Roy is from Exploited, and I talked to Bat32, and I talked to him a little bit about how Lush is working on a lot of shit right now, and I'm going to get with Lush, and actually I'm going to have, see if we can get together and talk about it, so stay tuned for hopefully in the next show or 2, he's going to be on here, and he's going to talk a little bit about it, so I'll let him do that, but was that the next question? Did he have another question?
No, he's got a lot more. Will you guys be doing or adding anything new or added content now that Corry G is on board?
Oh, well, I think we've already done that. Corey, you brought a more balanced element to the show with your expert knowledge on action and your. I think maybe you agree with me, River. I think you kind of bring a character element to the show. You're like a character in a good way.
Oh, okay. No, it's not so bad.
No, it's a good way. Like, think of a radio show, and you've got Howard Stern's got his right-hand man who does the character. You remind me of a character. If someone met you outside of the show, you would be a lot different, like chilled out or whatever. But you kind of have this demeanor about you. And
okay, so I'm Howard, he's Robin, and you're Beetlejuice, right, Goose?
You're getting the analogy wrong because
why do I gotta be Robin? Why can't I be Artie?
I can be Artie.
Okay, I need some heroin.
Oh man, you're the guy that does all the voices. That's what I'm trying to say. The character guy. You could be Howard all you want, River. I could do Ugly as Sin, even pre-post operation on his face and his schnoz.
I'm just throwing that out. I don't shit.
First of all, Beetlejuice any day out of the week because I think he's a pretty decent dude. But you know what? I really want to be High Pitch Eric. but that's besides the point.
You can be high-pitched, Eric. I'll give it to you.
Yeah, you're more than welcome to have that one.
No, but yeah, I think, I think he adds, Corey, I think he adds a lot more to the show. I mean, he's not, like, horror-oriented, like, Lush is, more horror and stuff like that, and so am I. I mean, I like my action, but I think Goose and Corey kind of balance themselves out with, like, the whole action, and they like, different things like that, too. I mean, they go into more nostalgia aspects of the show, and more than me and Lush actually have, so they're more well-rounded than we are, probably, so I think they really help out with that whole aspect of it, so... I mean, I think I think we balance like everybody out. I think it's really good format right now.
I actually looked at it in a nice scale. It's like I think Corey, you're on one far end of the spectrum. I think Lush is on the other far end of the spectrum, and then I think next to Lush would be you, Todd. Sorry, River. And I think you and I are kind of the happy bridge between everything. Because you and I have that connection as far as nostalgia. We'll quote Family Matters, Full House, all that cheesy stuff, Arnold movies all day long. And like I said, you veer off towards Corey's end, and he's definitely the most knowledgeable when it comes to certain things. And like I said, Lush, I won't touch some of the stuff that he watches personally. So I think it is. It's a nice 4 shades of gray we got going on here. So
I want to be in the movie 30 Shades of Grey when they make it.
Yeah, with Hermione Ranger, dude. Whatever her name, Emma Watson.
No, I want to be in it with Ashley Gold.
Be the bondage.
Hell yeah. I'd reverse it. I'd let her beat me.
It'd be like American Horror Story. They're bending you over a desk, dude, hitting you with a whip.
I got no problem with that.
Taking a strap onto you? You wouldn't say no to Ashley Gold.
Hell no, I'll take it like a rockabilly bitch.
Oh, man.
Next, he says, I enjoyed the trick-or-treat commentary. A couple things you might find interesting. Did you know Blackie Lawless of Wasp was supposed to play Sammy Kerr? Actually, Dale, I said that. Did you not pay any attention to the introduction? He had to back out for a reason I forgot. I'm also surprised you did not mention Eddie's friend Roger is Glenn Morgan, who wrote and produced, directed movies and TV shows like Willard with Crispin Glover, The Boys Next Door, 21 Jump Street, The X-Files, Millennium, Final Destination, The Black Christmas Remake, etc.
Is that the dork with the glasses?
Yeah.
He produced all those? That's cool. I didn't know that.
No, I didn't either.
Sorry, we didn't do our research very well.
No.
Dale.
Did you guys hear about that Disney is doing Star Wars Episodes 7, 8, and 9? What are your thoughts?
I did hear about this. I am all for it because I hate fucking Star Wars.
I hate Star Wars too. That's my comment.
I hate George Lucas. George Lucas is a pile of shit. I hope they ruin the whole fucking franchise.
Wow. He revolutionized some stuff, but I really don't find him to be that good of a director, in my opinion. I don't like his dialogue at all. I don't know. I just think,
dude.
I don't know, but yeah, Disney acquired Lucas and all that stuff, and with that, Indiana Jones, Star Wars, all that stuff. And you're right. They announced, I think 2015, 7 will come out, and they're going to have at least 8, 9 every other year from there, and see from where it goes from there.
They couldn't do any worse, I guess.
Now, does that mean George Lucas will have no part in them?
No. Then he sells rights for like $10 million.
$4.5 billion.
Billion? Oh my God.
$5.2 billion, which I'm really surprised. I mean, that was like his empire, man. I mean, I guess
all the guy does is keep re-releasing the fucking movie. I mean,
it's a joke, man. He tries to take advantage of all the geek fans, man.
Well, yeah, but they're geeks.
Yeah, but still,
they deserve to be taken advantage of. I mean, grown men running around dressed like stormtroopers. I can turn this wrestling mask around and use it as a gimp mask. Fuck.
Oh man.
What do you think? What do you think the reaction or backlash, be it may, that will be like if Disney takes over and no George Lucas involved? How do you think that's going to go over with Star Wars hardcores, Corey?
All he's got to do is say, "I fully endorse Disney," and then people will love it.
That's true. Yeah.
Well, I'll care less because I don't like any Star Wars.
They'll probably give him an extra $2 million to say that too.
Dude, $2 million ain't nothing to him.
Or $2 billion. Sorry,
yeah,
$2
we got
billion.
billions.
Well, I'm hoping that they'll. Oh, not Spielberg. Never mind. I was going to say I'm hoping they redo Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Remake it?
Oh yeah, I got just the right guy in mind.
Oh, don't
Nicolas
say
Cage.
it.
No, Michael Chiklis.
Oh God. Why? Can you tell us why, Michael Chiklis?
Because he's Michael Chiklis.
He's the commish. All right.
He's cool.
He's a cool guy. I like him. I mean, I don't know if he makes very good indie. Who would play Short Round in Temple of Doom?
It should be what's his name from The Walking Dead, Glenn.
Oh, Glenn, that would be a good one. He's kind of an older Short Round. I was thinking Bobby Lee. Bobby
Lee would be funny.
You could just take Carl and do like they did in the old like Christopher Lee Fu Manchu movies and make him slant his eyes a little bit.
Get some masking tape.
Yeah.
What was the next question? We could talk all day long about Jordan.
The last question comes from Zach Wells. Good job with my last question, guys. You took it a lot more serious than I ever thought you would. You gave me gave me an idea for another one. If you could fist fight any famous person, who would it be?
We already know Goose is probably Tom Cruise, right?
I was going to say Steven Seagal, but yeah, just because Corey's right here. But yeah, definitely Tom Cruise. I don't want to hurt anybody, to be honest with you, Zach. I mean, I'm not a violent guy, but if you're talking about going a few friendly rounds in the ring with somebody, yeah, Tom Cruise deserves to get decked a few times. I think he just, there's something about the guy. I mean, I don't like his movies because his natural character ekes out through his performances. It oozes. And that's the reason why Lestat is the only character he played well. Because, you know what, in that case, his persona fits a scummy vampire really well. Yeah, but he's a scumbag, man, who, I don't know. I never see a flattering video or interview with the guy. You know, either he's being a prima donna or he's not taking somebody's sense of humor really well. He's a poor sourpuss, or he's hopped up on whatever crazy drugs the Church of Scientology's giving him. I don't know, but yeah.
I think he's just unhappy because he hasn't admitted he's gay to the public or himself yet.
That could be it.
What about you, Corey?
Tom Hanks.
Really?
I would beat his ass to a hole in the ground.
Why is that?
I hate him. Although I give him props, he's Woody, and, we're Toy Story fans here. But, George Clooney I respect because when he's in an interview, he'll talk about Red Surf, Killer Tomatoes. Tom Hanks made all kinds of good shit. Dragnet, Bachelor Party, Volunteers. He wants you to think the first movie he ever made was Philadelphia. So he's ashamed. He turned his back on his 80s fans, and I'm going to fuck him up for it.
What about Turner and Hooch, man?
Not a fan of that one. The dog died. It made me sad. I don't handle animal death well. Bachelor
Party is one of the funniest movies of all time. It might be in my top 3. I think it's that funny, especially for, I don't know, man, overall raunchiness and just great writing. I mean, I know it's an older flick, but movies of the last 15 years, 20 years can't hold a candle to that flick. It's so good. I wouldn't
mind fighting Owen Wilson either. Maybe I can get one shot and get that nose straight.
I like that nose. That's a great nose.
See, and he made me cry like twice in a movie. And Marley and Me, I was crying like a bitch when that dog died. Then by the time I finally stopped crying, they had the funeral for the dog, I started crying again.
Are you a guy that's softy on animals? I just gotta stop you.
Yes, I am.
Not me, man. You and I don't know if we have a very long friendship ahead of us. I don't get animals. I don't cry at Old Yeller. I don't cry at Marley and Me. You know what? I've known many animals that have died.
Pound, really? You didn't cry?
No, I don't get it. It's not people. I don't understand it. I don't want pets. I don't like them.
Haven't you ever owned a dog?
Sure, we had dogs growing up, and I hate it when they touch me. Like when they, you go over to your folks' house and they still have the dogs or whatever, and they come running up to you excited, your little dirty paws all over you. I don't like it. It's like, okay, get away from me. I act like Get away from me.
God, my dogs are like my other kids.
Yeah, I've never been able to think like that. I mean, I get how some people do. I understand it, I guess. But, I mean, I personally, I can't click like that. I don't know. But, because I don't have that connection with animals, that stuff never moves me in film. Old Yeller, I don't know. Not at all. You know, Marley and Me, that movie did nothing. I didn't even like the movie. Didn't even think it was that good of a movie. But, you know, Space Buddies, no thank you.
What? Don't you be getting on them buddies.
All right, well, let me tell you who I want to punch in the face. I got, two of them. First is that Robert Kardashian. I just want to kick his fucking teeth in. He's a douchebag. He's the one who went on Dancing with the Stars and all that. You know, the little brother. Kardashian brother.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The brown hair. He's just a little spoiled little fucking bitch. And he's a fucking retard, too. And that's one. And the other one is Spencer Pratt. Remember from The Hills and all that? The fucking psycho.
My wife's a big fan of that show. I've never watched it.
You watch way too much MTV. I don't know these people.
You know these people if I saw them.
I'm watching Dancing with the Stars, though.
Oh, so you do know that Robert Kardashian, then, the Kim Kardashian's brother.
I want to fuck the shit out of Kirstie Alley. I'll watch anything she's on.
Yeah, she's looking better.
Oh, she don't look bad fat. She's just gorgeous. Either way, I'd take her.
I don't think she was attractive when she was on her skinniest day. There's something about her. She's annoying.
I didn't say I wanted to carry a conversation with her.
Dude, she's a double bagger, dude. One for you and one for her, just in case hers falls off, dude. I think.
Oh, she's hot.
Maybe, trying to think who else. Maybe George Lopez, I don't know.
Yeah, I like George Lopez.
He's a douchebag, dude.
I think he's. I actually like him. I enjoyed his TBS variety show when it was on, his talk show or whatever. I mean, it's off now, and I like the George Lopez show. Wish it was on a little longer. I don't have a problem with him. I think he's funny.
Oh, and Kanye West. I can think of a lot of them now.
Yeah, there's a ton of them, man. I mean,
I'd beat up Carl.
Carl from The Walking Dead did?
Damn right.
Oh, he was such a nice kid, dude. We just met him. Me and Lush.
I'm talking about his character.
Oh, okay.
Oh, him person. Oh, if I could punch someone personally, it'd be Danielle Harris.
Oh, because she's
yeah. Then I'd throw her in a box so she couldn't ruin any more movies.
What movies has she ruined for you?
Everything she's in.
Oh, you don't like the Halloween movies with her in them?
Didn't like her. I was waiting for her to die.
Oh, I thought she was pretty good, dude. You didn't like Stakeland, dude? Stakeland's great.
You know, I bought that on everyone's recommendation. I was bored to tears. I can't. The only part I liked is when those crazy people dropped all the zombies out of the helicopters. I thought that was cool as shit.
Oh, the cinematography on that was beautiful, dude. And the soundtrack was beautiful too.
You know what? You're finally somebody that agrees with me. You know what? Lush and Riverman, it was both in your guys' like top 2 of the year, 1 and 2 between the both of you. And I went out and bought it per their recommendation, and I feel you, man. It kind of bored me. I didn't like it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was disappointed in it.
I did, and I was looking forward to it too. And I just didn't.
Well, you guys don't like slow burns, though. You like to see how to think about.
No, hey, whoa! Don't throw me.
No. I get stereotyped. A lot of my favorite movies are long films.
How many times do I have to tell you Alien is one of my favorite movies, dude? I like slow burners, man. I like the old horror. I love the old Amityville Horror. I like Amityville Horror, too. I like these old slow burning movies.
Amityville Horror was awful.
I love the original Amityville Horror. I
like the remake with Ryan Reynolds.
Oh,
that was pretty bad, dude. That sucked.
That was good. It ain't up there with the Fog remake, but it was pretty good.
No, they took everything that made the original one work, and they just went against that. It's like, hey, nothing is scarier or will be scarier than what we build up in our own imagination. They show you nothing in that movie, like a lot of movies back then, and it's all suspense. It's all playing with your psyche. And then fast forward however many years to Ryan Reynolds, no disrespect against him, but they take a movie and they're showing you physical demons every 5 seconds. I'm like, this isn't scary at all. Why are they just showing me everything? It was horrible.
No, I'm the remake defender.
Oh, you are. You must be.
I am. They're taking old shit and making it good. Now we got to get the remake of The Exorcist here. Try to make that entertaining.
All right. So you talking about being the remake defender actually is a great segue into our main topic of the night, the much talked about Evil Dead remake trailer, reboot, remake, reimagining, whatever you want to call it. And it's actually, River and I especially have already talked about this. It's a remake that we actually stand behind.
Mm-hmm.
And it's caused a little bit of a controversy. The main difference here is, Sam Raimi, unlike these other people, he still owns the right. Him and Bruce Campbell, they still own the rights to Evil Dead. It's not like, such and such owns the rights to Nightmare on Elm Street or Hellraiser, and despite Clive Barker or Wes Craven's wishes, we're going to make a million crappy sequels. This is their baby, and from what I've heard, Sam Raimi sought out the director. They wanted to make this movie. They oversaw everything to make sure it's quality. And you know what? And I hear Bruce Campbell. I've been listening to him for I don't know how long now, talking about this movie, just speaking with conviction that it's a good movie. Just give us a chance, and we're doing it right. We're overseeing it, and you know what? I believe the guy's sincere. And then the trailer comes out, and I think it looks pretty good. I don't understand the flack. It looks pretty great by today's standards. It looks like Evil Dead. Looks like the way Evil Dead would have been back in the day if they would have had the budget and the technology. Personally, they would have did the same thing.
I totally agree, man. I think the gore from the trailer is there. I can't speak for the movie, but for the trailer, it looks like it's there. I think the atmosphere looks there, and I don't know, just the whole way they shot it, I think, is going to be... I'm really excited about it. So there's a lot of people throwing backlash online about how it looks shitty and everything, but you'll need to give it a chance, man. There's some remakes out there with trailers that look like piles of shit, but this one actually looked really good, and people need to get behind it, especially if Sam Raimi's behind it and
Bruce Campbell. Yeah, it's got the seal of approval. I think that's worth the benefit of the doubt. Absolutely. Because that's not like every other remake out there. What's your opinion, Corey? Have you watched it?
Yeah, a couple times. I look forward to it, to be honest with you. I'm gonna say this. I like the Evil Dead movies, 1, 2, and 3. 2 is a remake, in my opinion, of Part 1. But Part 1 is not, in terms of a film, it's not a really good film. It's a good film, don't get me wrong, but I always said you need to take these movies that suffered from the budgetary cutbacks and everything and remake stuff like that. This new one looks really fucking good. It's got the gore for the gorehounds. It's got all the suspense. I'm looking forward to it. I would have put Justin Bieber in the main role, but, they didn't ask my opinion, but I still think it's going to be a really good film.
So you like the second one better than the first one, right?
Oh, hands down.
Oh,
second one.
I don't. You and Goose are like freaking brothers, dude. You agree on all this shit, dude.
The second one is the best.
I love the first one, dude. The first one's phenomenal, I think. It scares the shit out of me, dude.
I think it is. And you kind of get... I like the first one, too. You get past kind of the hokey effects, but at the same time, that's part of the charm of the movie. The effects of it, but you get past that. I watched it not that long ago, and it's a pretty creepy movie, actually. If you can get past the weird sock puppet faces and the
first one.
Yeah, the first one.
Yeah, it's really, especially when she's counting the cards, dude. That's the creepiest part of the movie, I think.
The tree scene's my favorite.
Yeah, the tree scene is incredible. And that's. I think there's definitely some homages and throwbacks in this new trailer, but I like how it's not so much of a remake. It looks like it's almost like a reimagining, like it could be a standalone film. I like how I love how there's nobody stepping in the shoes of Ash, and they just got a new chick, female lead, whatever. They got new people. If they would have tried to cast Luke Perry as Ash, I would.
Oh, I could see that if he got the sideburns back. I'm writing that down.
I want royalties.
Okay.
But you know what I'm saying? I'm glad they didn't try to replace an iconic character like they did with Freddy Krueger. Rorschach, I'm looking at you. Horrible.
Oh, that was bad.
Or Pinhead in that god-awful direct-to-video Hellraiser Revelations. Fat Pinhead, as we call him. But, I'm glad they didn't go that route. It's almost like a spin-off movie. Not quite a sequel, but a new chapter type of thing. And I'm cool with that. I think it looks great,
Yeah, I do too.
yeah, so that's our take on that. We're actually I'm curious what everybody thinks about it. We ought to post the trailer on our wall and get some feedback, because I want to know how many people are with us or against us.
I can't believe they didn't have Rupert Wainwright make the film, though.
Who? Sorry?
Rupert Wainwright should have been the director for the film. He directed the Fog remake.
Oh, God.
No, thanks. I like how Sam Raimi picked out Relative Unknown. I think he picked him out just because of a short film he did that he really liked. You know, this Latino fella. I don't remember his name, but I think that's great, giving a young guy a chance that he actually handpicked himself and approached himself. And if you guys watch the videos from New York City Comic-Con, you know, they had the panel there. Sam Raimi wasn't there, but Bruce Campbell was there. I think the lead actress was there, and the director was there. And, you know, and he even said himself, it's like, you know, I know people have these first impressions when they hear the word remake or reimagining, but he said, bottom line, man, it's like Sam Raimi calls you and he personally wants you to remake his film. You don't say no. And I agree. And I'm like, I support you, man. Like, who would say no? Especially when the man himself is coming to you. I mean, so...
Actually, if he called me and asked me to remake Spider-Man 3, I'd tell him no, I wouldn't want to be involved with that mess.
Yeah, Spider-Man 3 is horrible. But you know what? I don't blame Sam Raimi for that. He's gone on press quite a few times saying his disappointment in that flick and how he was compromised very much. And he really wanted to do the fourth one and go out on a good note and not on that horrible movie. But, yeah, so...
You know the Raimi movie that doesn't get any respect, and it should, is Darkman.
Oh, yeah, the Darkman. I thought you were going to say Quick and the Dead. I was like,
I like Quick and the Dead was good.
It is. It's all right. It's all right. I wouldn't say it's great, but yeah, Darkman, man.
Like, Drag Me to Hell. I still love that.
Drag Me to Hell is really good. It's really good.
I loved it. You know, and that blows my mind. It's like he directed Drag Me to Hell. It's like I wonder why he was kind of unwilling to at least direct this new Evil Dead or whatever, but I don't know.
Probably made more money just endorsing it and forking it over than actually doing it.
He doesn't remake a movie he actually did. I mean,
and he could also be working on his new Oz movie.
That looks good.
I haven't seen trailers for it.
With Franco?
Franco, I think.
James Franco?
Mm-hmm. It looks really good. Yeah. The teasers are up. James Franco's a hell of a good actor.
He's a great actor. But anyway, I'm going to just assume that he knows what he's doing, and you know I'm not going to know that. But I did love Drag Me to Hell, and I do hope he returns to his horror roots and gives us one of these lower budget, you know, good classic Raimi films in between these big blockbusters. And I think Bruce Campbell was saying at the convention, kind of with tongue in cheek, kind of rolling his eyes when he said it, like, and he's still swearing that he's going to do Evil Dead 4. He's kind of rolling his eyes, you know. And I would love to see it happen. You know, Ash keeps saying he's too old for it. He wants to.
He is.
It won't happen.
No, man. It was a comedic character. You could. I think you can make it work. And you know, it wouldn't hurt him to get in a little shape, man. Lose 10 pounds, 15 pounds. Good Lord, get in the spotlight again.
They've also been talking about the Bubba Hotep sequel for years, which
I was a big fan of that.
I hated Bubba Hotep.
Yeah.
Didn't care for it.
Great concept.
Yeah, the concept was unique. I'll give it that. But, yeah, no, I'm not big enough. I love Bruce Campbell, but I love him for the movies that most people love him for and the roles that people love him for. I'll admit, dude, he makes a lot of garbage, and I can't. Even if he's making fun of himself in movies like My Name is Bruce, they're
that
horrible.
movie sucks, dude. I think.
Dude,
I'm a big Briscoe County Jr. mark, so.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's one of the characters a lot of people love him for, and he was great in that.
Jack of all Trades. Jack of all Trades was awesome.
Didn't see that.
That's a great TV show.
But, yeah, anyway, I mean, I think that should wrap up our thoughts on that trailer. I think it looks awesome. But yeah, we'll have to repost that on the site and more people give us some feedback because I'm curious to know. I'd like to get some threads going about it, just hear what everybody else has to say. But that's all I got personally, guys.
No, I agree, man. There's some other trailers that are, you know, that came out that look pretty shitty, like the Texas Chainsaw looked kind of shitty. But you know, jury's still out on that. I'm still going to see it, so.
Yeah, I'm tired of giving my money to that franchise. But
no, I heard you. I didn't like it after part one. Although the part 4 I kind of like with Matthew McConaughey.
I haven't seen that in a long time, dude.
It's not so much a good movie, but Matthew McConaughey is so good in it because he's like just batshit crazy.
Yeah.
And Renee Zellweger, I would have sex with her too.
Jerry Maguire days or now?
Bridget Jones' Diary days.
Okay.
Where she was thicker, yes.
Yeah, she by no means was she fat, but she didn't look like a twig.
Yeah, nobody looks good like that Twiggy. Yeah. But, all right, guys. Well, I think we should probably wrap it up.
Yeah, that'll pretty much do it for this episode.
I'll give everybody one thing. If you stream Netflix, there's a movie on there right now streaming that's not available on DVD unless you want to spend $50 and import it like I did. Watch it. It's called Brain Smasher, A Love Story, starring Terry Hatcher and Andrew Dice Clay.
Oh, dude, I love Andrew Dice Clay, dude. Check that out.
Is this a modern flick?
No, it's he plays a bouncer named the Brain Smasher that has to protect her and Deborah Van, I always pronounce her name wrong, Vankelberg or whatever. They have a rare flower they have to protect from the White Lotus ninjas.
Is he a Ford Fairlane type of character, or is he?
No, it's PG-13, but it's got a lot of good action in it, and he's still Dice. I'm a Dice fan. First comedy concert I got to see when I was 17 was Andrew Dice Clay. So.
Oh, I love him. He's my favorite comedian too. That's funny you say that.
I like him. He's Ford Fairlane is one of my favorite films.
And we'll definitely have to talk about that movie down the road. Goose, you seen that, right?
Ford Fairlane? Yeah, I've seen that. Wayne Newton, baby.
Yeah.
And the mustache. Weird stash.
I wish I could grow a mustache.
You can't
I could grow one. It just wouldn't look good, so I got to keep the beard.
You don't need it, man. You wear the luchador mask when you shower and go to bed, don't you? I mean, who needs facial hair when you got that?
I ordered some new luchador masks for my collection. I'm gonna have to get a new pick going. I got to do video reviews of my lucha mask. I'm too handsome. My beautiful face fuck up a camera or something, so I got to put the hood on.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Well, it was fun chatting on this episode.
Yeah, and stay tuned for more to come. But let's wrap it up here. This is the Riverman,
and as always, with him is Goose
and Corry G.
Corry G, the new chapter of Corry G coming at you. So glad to have you on board, brother.
Hey, glad to be here.
All right, we'll talk to you guys later.